cleidocranial dysostosis, a birth defect that mostly affects the bones and the teeth. In Johannes' case, his teeth and jaw is most affected.
His math marks, I think, was the second best in his class, and above, I will say, the highest between the top 5 in the group. It was 90 plus.
It's actually disgusting of discoveries to say no for this operation because it's not cosmetic at all. For me as his father, it's difficult to hear what he says for his whole life already. And to see him eat, it's also difficult. Yeah, he has to chew. But as I say, the most sad thing for me is he's got so much to say and I can't always hear what he says. And it's also irritating to say, excuse Johannes, but see here Johannes, and you can see it's annoying for him as well.
As ek met hom praat op WhatsApp, hy praat vreeslik baie op WhatsApp. Die manier hy praat op WhatsApp is soos van, is dit dieselfde persoon? Dit klink nie dat hy dieselfde persoon nie. Maar in persoon dan praat hy nie so nie, want hy kan dit nie uitkry nie.
Hy is ook vir my 'n inspirasie. Soos hy is vir my 'n ongelooflike inspirasie om te sien.
When and how it's going to make a difference in his life. Now, that's your question.
And what will
A whole
is
difference. It's going to be, it can be more social with his friend. First in the class, he's not going to sit alone. That first, he's going to ask questions, he's answer questions with self-confidence. Then he will be able...
And leadership.
And leadership, no. And then, with this, it's going to be that other abilities, the leadership, the friendship, call it all of them. It's going to be blossom.
Ek het al met Johannes in groepe gewerk en verskeie groepe. Hy is meer reserve, soos hy het briljante idees wat hy graag sal wil deel, maar as gevolg van sy ek weet nie presies hoe om dit te verwoord nie, as gevolg van sy, hoe sal ek dit sê, as ek dit noem, kan ek dit 'n probleem kan noem, sy spraakprobleem, is hy meer reserved, hy is meer teruggetrokke en dis eintlik hartseerlik as 'n mens daaraan dink, want jy kry hierdie mens wat graag wil goed sê, graag wil goed deel, maar hy het 'n barrier.
Do you think he's looking forward to the op and the new look that's coming out? Do you reckon?
Ja, soos die look weet ek nie, maar soos ek sê, die feit dat hy dat mense hom gaan hoor. Ja, ek weet nie, ek dink dit gaan amazing wees, soos ek sê, ek dink op 'n tyd gaan ons vir Johannes sê, hoor hier, weet jy rustig dan, ons wil ook 'n spreekbeurt hê.
Hy is vir my die regte definisie van 'n leier. Hy wil, ek love sy willingness to try, en hy het soveel wysheid, die Here gee vir hom soveel wysheid, maar omdat jy hom nie kan hoor nie, kan hy dit nie oordra nie, en as hy nie gehoor kan word nie, kan hy nie die Here se doel vir hom uitrig nie.
It takes a while to finish a sentence, and then you just want what's best for him, you know, because when you're in a group discussion with other people, you want to finish a sentence, because I speak more clearly, than Johannes does.
And who in the house battles most to hear Johannes?
My father, because he has to wear a hearing aid, and Johannes, he doesn't articulate well enough. So then my father's like, can you repeat yourself? And that kind of hits Johannes' self-esteem a lot when people ask him to repeat himself.
If Johannes eats, is it sometimes difficult for him to eat?
Yeah, because when we eat food, the food like drips on his chin and he can't get it into his mouth and he struggles.
Especially with tomatoes, because it has a little thin skin And if we make braaibrookies,
Yeah,
he bites the braaibrookie and the hot tomato lands on his chin.
because he can't get it into
He
his
can't
mouth.
bite
And then he
down.
pulls it and everything falls onto his face, and that's also when people are around. He's also quite shy.
The part that breaks my heart is what his friends has been telling you and Mrs. Bosch has been telling you. Johannes has the ability to really have an effect on his friends' lives, and sometimes he just keeps quiet because he's so afraid that they won't hear him. And he's got small clavias, very small, but it's present. You'll see his shoulders is a bit not as broad, yeah, a big head. So not everything the the dysostosis has, you know, he doesn't have everything. The effect is mostly in his teeth and his jaw. So there was a lot of extra teeth and that was pulled. And we started with, you know, some of the preliminary things that we could do at an early age. But the main thing, the class 3 jaw, the jaw has to be corrected, because that is the main reason why Johannes can't speak properly. Because if you thrust your jaw out, you try to speak, you cannot speak properly because you have this disability. I mean, this is what happens. And if you do it, you think softer of Johannes, and you are. But I had to be hard on Johannes because I know how important it is that you are heard.
Yeah, I can only look forward to, after the operation, what a blessing it will be for me to eventually have a proper conversation with my son. Not always to concentrate on hearing what he says. And he can see that I have to actually look at his lips to hear what he says. But after the operation, it's going to be wow. As I say, I don't understand how Discovery can say no. How can they motivate that this is cosmetic?
And you can clearly see it isn't.
No, it's not cosmetic. This is not a boob job. This is a job to make my son talk properly.
My name is Johannes Engelbrecht. I study in Northwest University, financial accounting. Favorite subject at the campus, maths. Love doing it, and I think I'm the only one of my friends who love it. And then next year I'm hoping to be assistant for the lecturers who give maths as a subject, because it's my passion.
Currently at university, do you think people have a hard time understanding or hearing you?
I think most of the time, because once maybe they'll ask once or twice, say again, then that's for me kind of difficult, because I want to have a conversation, but if it's someone that doesn't hear quite good, then it's difficult to have a discussion, because then I have to repeat myself maybe don't know how many times, but for me it's worth it, because it's still a discussion, even though he or she say what, or say again please, but for me it's worth it.
Okay, just quickly, we know that Discovery says this is cosmetic, but you don't reckon this is a cosmetic thing at all?
No. Because when they said it's a cosmetic thing, I just thought, I don't understand when they said cosmetic, because none of it is, and because I'm trying to stay positive, and yeah, that just didn't make sense.
Okay.
Out of a Cocoon Soon, step by step, beat by beat, a small boy wanting to speak. He spoke what was on his mind, never mind if it was audible. He always had a smile, always kind. He always had big dreams. If it was a nightmare, you'd hear him scream. There were no words, only sounds. Only one day a voice will be found. Looking back at the past, I realized how I passed something that formed my personality, making or breaking the vulnerability. I learned a lot from it, although I tried to run from it like a flash in disguise, feeling empty in my eyes. After 21 harsh years, there's nothing left to fear, only hope of having an audible voice, because all I hear from here is a noise. I was stuck in a cocoon, hoping we'll come out soon. Talking to, and listening during discussion, mostly listening because of a jaw out of proportion, out of a cocoon soon.